welcome to the next episode of Mendix Malt. In this episode, what we're going to do is have a race. I'm going to go off and run a 10-kilometer race, and what's going to happen at the same time is that Werner and Jean are going to start, when the race starts, they're going to start coding an app, and we're going to see who wins the race, whether I finish first or whether they finish building an app first. So I'm heading off now. We're at Comotion's offices, you can see there in the background. I'm heading off now, the race is in pole. I'm going to phone when I'm at the starting line. I'm going to phone Werner, and then that's when we go and we start. And when I finish, I'll phone through to say I'm done, download the app on my phone, and then from the venue we'll rate the app and see how far they got down the backlog versus how far I got. So before we go any further, I just want to explain what Werner and Jean will be doing while I'm running. We used an innovation framework that looks across complementary services and products to find a unique offering. In this case, we looked at running apps, and we looked at what users typically do after a running race. And what they usually do is they tell their friends how the race went, and then they invite their friends out for a beer. So we constructed a backlog of items that would build a mobile app off of the Mendix platform that would do exactly that in a single workflow. Tell your friends how the race went, invite them for a beer afterwards. Right, may the best man win. May the best team win.
Enjoy.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
Thanks. Okay, cool.
He is using a pistol that is manufactured specifically to fire blank cartridges, and therefore it cannot be used to fire live bullets.
So what happened was, when I got a poll, I discovered that the race has been cancelled. So, cancelled suddenly. So some runners and I are going to do the 10-kilometer route anyway. Okay, so we're starting now. I've started, the way we're tracking the kilometers is via my watch, and told Werner and Jean to start the app now.
Yes, covered. Dag up-to-date moet ook alsjeblieft. Wat eigenlijk die folders kan krijgen.
Ik need pages.
Je need pages folder gemaakt.
Just finished the first kilometer. 9 more to go.
This is friends.
Eigenlijk die mobile,
Okay, 2K's in.
2K's in,
How are you feeling?
Nice going, Marshall.
Easiest race so far.
Yeah. 50K's
No
done.
problem.
Going for the next 10.
2.3, you're quarter away. Slower, please, slower. You've been running for 10 minutes. Alright. Says. Jeez.
Impossible.
Okay, so the main model is klaar. Okay.
4.9 kilometers now, and the pace is picking up. How do you feel about the pace?
We're going good. We're hitting about 5 flat now.
Okay.
The guys are talking about hitting 4:30
Those guys there.
around the bend. Yes, those guys are fast people up front.
Okay.
And I want to like to take it easy a bit from now and then work my way into it in the last 3.
Okay. Pretty much heading back to the stadium. It's the final leg. Where's the finish line?
The 10 is actually inside the stadium. You can do a turnaround. That's normally the usual race.
Okay.
Because when you get here, it's about 9, just over 9.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing, 9.4, yeah.
And then to finish it, you go in the stadium.
Can I do
and
that
then
now?
go around
Can I
the
do
lap.
it?
Yeah, it's open.
Okay, awesome, thanks.
Yeah, awesome.
Nee, it's full offline.
Deployment completed successfully. You can now open the application in the browser.
Okay.
10 kilometers, that's it. The race is over. Let's see how Werner and Jean did. How did it go?
It went well. We're deploying to Sandbox. Sandbox is starting up. Dev is finished.
Okay, cool.
Everything is done. All the pages, all the microphones.
No ways.
Everything is built.
Yes.
Exactly how we hoped. So yeah, we're just waiting for Sandbox to start up, and then you can start using it.
Okay, awesome. All right, I'm gonna go get something to drink so long because they didn't have anything on the road. So then I'll check the app out once I had something to drink.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Cheers.
All right, cheers, mate.
Well, the deployment to Sandbox took a little bit longer than what they planned, so I drove home in the meantime. And so I've just arrived. I haven't actually looked at the app yet, but they haven't been working at it since I finished the race. The only thing they did is deploy. Here we go. How's it?
Welcome back.
Okay, I've just installed the app using, this is the demo version that we use the Mendix development tool to load the app as an app. So I'm going to switch to showing you the actual screen, but for now, hopefully you can see clearly what this does. So we start with my profile, which is just a profile. So this is just, they pulled my profile off of LinkedIn. Well done. So technically it's a tick.
Yeah.
All right. Then actually we look at races. So if we click on races, which is a flag, we've got the one race which is already polled there. I can add new races as I go along. And then when I load the race, it's got the name of the race, the date, the distance, and then I get to, using the slider, record how much time it took me. So hours was 0 and minutes was just under 60. And then I get to record a star rating of how I felt during that race. So I felt pretty good. I'll give it a 4, not a 5, because those other guys ran away from me. I couldn't keep up. But the 4 was good. So now this has logged my race and says, nice little pop-up that says it's beer o'clock. So I've run the race now. So obviously I want to have a bit of a relaxing time with my friends afterwards over beer. And so I click on invite friends, and here's my friends list. So I select the friends that I would like and like to invite and hit invite, and then they get there's a section for message, and they get an SMS that says 3 SMSs have been sent. So now my friends have received an SMS to come over to Comotion's offices and to have a beer and celebrate this app. And the last feature is obviously I get to actually select what friends I'd like to have and share via the app. So that was done in literally under an hour, and I think in all fairness, these guys win this time. I'm going to get fitter though. So now we're going to have beer. Cool.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Welcome back. How did it go?
The first 5 was alright.
I must say your speed on the first 2 was
Yeah, it was like okay, we can be done in 30 minutes. Like,